Today News Focus. Inclement weather failed to dampen spirits at Sarawak-Level Chinese New Year celebration. Floods and landslides in Sarawak, authorities on high alert. Sarawak Governor lights up the spirits of Chinese New Year open house celebration. Assalamualaikum and good evening. Continuous rain did not dampen the spirits of Kuching residents from attending the Sarawak-Level Chinese New Year celebration held at the Borneo Convention Centre Kuching, BCCK, on Wednesday. The public began arriving at BCCK as early as 8:45 a.m. with attendees comprising not only the Chinese community but also people from various other ethnic groups. Interestingly, many attendees dressed in the traditional attire celebrating Chinese New Year in a display of unity and cultural diversity in Sarawak. Adding to the grandeur of the event was the presence of Sarawak Governor Tun Pin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar along with his wife Tuan Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah Muhammad Sanusi, as they accompanied by the Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg and his wife Puan Sri Datuk Amar Jumaani Tun Tuanku Bujang. The event began with the photo sessions of the distinguished guests as a memento, followed by the traditional Chinese New Year ceremony of the Yi Sang, symbolizing prosperity and abundant fortune. The open house continues until 2 p.m. with an expected turnout for more than 5,000 visitors this year. Various performances showcasing the unique ethnic and traditional aspects of the Chinese community were also presented, providing delightful spectacle for distinguished guests and attendees. Sarawak is bracing for floods and landslides as heavy rains continue to affect several areas, with authorities working around the clock to ensure safety of residents. Chairman of State Disaster Management Committee SDMC, Dato' Amar Douglas Ugambas, said 16 temporary location centres PPS have been activated across the region, including in Bintulu, Serian, Kuching and Sibu. The Sarawak Deputy Premier noted that while some areas that were previously prone to flooding are now unaffected, residents in flood-prone areas must remain alert.
My advice to all the penduduk-penduduk yang duduk di tempat-tempat yang sentiasa banjir to stand by, dan apabila jabatan kerajaan mengarahkan ataupun jawatankuasa bencana mengarahkan mereka berpindah, mereka mesti berpindah. Ini perlu untuk menyelamatkan nyawa. And the police, the ABM, the bomba and all the agency are now, the welfare department especially, make sure the food are all available as they arrive. So these are the things that we try to make life as comfortable as possible to our victim. Kita sympathize dengan dia juga.
He said this when met by the reporters after the state-level Chinese New Year celebration ceremony held at the Borneo Convention Centre Kuching on BCCK on Wednesday. Gracing the ceremony with the Sarawak Governor Tun Pin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and his wife Tuan Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah Muhammad Sanusi. Also present was Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg and his wife Puan Sri Datuk Amar Jumaani Tun Tuanku Bujang. Dato' Amar Douglas Ugah added that the continuous heavy rain has also triggered landslides at some areas in Miri. According to him, the government spent over 16 million ringgit on the road and bridge repairs caused by landslides last year, which is a frequent event that the region constantly faces. Therefore, he highlighted that the Sarawak government is also preparing a proposal to present to Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari detailing precautionary measures to minimize road and bridge damages. Meanwhile, Sarawak Minister for Transport Datuk Sri Lee Kim Shin mentioned that the emergency meeting has been called to activate a mini disaster management operation room in Miri yesterday. Hence, the response team is now on 24-hour standby.
And we have activated all the emergency response team and all the agencies involved to help wherever there is a need arise, and also to go for patrolling. So we are on full alert, and today I think the team is also going down.
The Sarawak Governor Tun Pin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and his wife Tuan Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah Muhammad Sanusi further enlivened the spirits of unity by attending the Chinese New Year open house hosted by the Science Chairman Tan Sri George Chan Hong Nam here on Wednesday. Additionally, Tun Pin Sri Wan Junaidi also graced the 2025 Sarawak-Level Chinese New Year Open House held at the Borneo Convention Centre, Kuching, BCCK. The event was attended by people from various walks of life, reflecting the harmony and goodwill shared among the different communities in the state. Accompanying him was Sarawak Minister for Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Datuk Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, along with Tanjung Datu Assemblyman Azizul Anwar Adnan. The open house was followed by Tun Prince Sri Wan Junaidi's visit to the residence of Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Professor Dr. Sim Kui Hian. This visit demonstrates the strong sense of unity among Sarawak's leaders in celebrating festivities together with the people. The Chinese New Year celebration was marked with joy, serving as an excellent example of harmonious multi-ethnic coexistence in Sarawak. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg and his wife Puan Sri Datuk Ahmad Jumaani Tun Tuanku Bujang continued the Chinese New Year 2025 open house visits at the residence of Plaza Merdeka Holding Managing Director Datuk Steve Ng Tian Yu. Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari and his delegation arrived at the event around 12:30 p.m. and were warmly welcomed by Datuk Steve Ng and his wife at the residence on Jalan Bem Flight and were then treated to a lion dance performance. Also accompanying him was Sarawak Deputy Premier Datuk Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan and his wife Datuk Dayang Morliah Datuk Awang Daud, along with Deputy Minister for Utility and Telecommunication Datuk Dr. Abdul Rahman Junaidi and his wife Datin Sri Shorgayah Ahmad Zaidin. Accompanying him was Sarawak Minister for Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Datuk Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, along with Tanjung Datu Assemblyman Azizul Anwar Adnan. Additionally, the Sarawak Premier will also visit the residence of Norma Medical Specialist Centre Chief Executive Officer CEO and Managing Director Datuk Dr. Au Yong Kien Ho at Jalan Tun Abang Haji Openg, as well as the home of Datuk Tan Jit Ki, both of whom hosted Chinese New Year open house on his first day of celebration. Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari is scheduled to conclude his first day visit at the residence of former Sarawak Deputy Chief Minister Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. George Chan Hong Nam later in the evening. The establishment of Sarawak Wakaf Foundation marks a significant initiatives by the Sarawak government to utilise the concepts of Wakaf for the development of Muslim community in the state's economy. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg stated that Wakaf is not only an integral part of Islamic law but also a key mechanism in advancing the development of Muslims and contributing to the overall well-being of society.
Yayasan Wakaf mesti dipersetujui oleh Kabinet. Apabila dibentangkan masalah penubuhan wakaf, saya beri bayangan kepada rakan-rakan, ini adalah satu daripada syariat Islam di mana kita boleh mewakafkan harta kepada badan ini yang harus diuruskan. Maka kita tubuhkan wakaf tadi, amanah wakaf, trust.
He made these remarks during the keynote address at the Wacana Perdana Dialogue during the Sarawak Islamic Agency's Thanksgiving ceremony held on Tuesday. The Premier also emphasised the importance of ensuring that Wakaf assets are registered and professionally managed by entrusted institutions to avoid inheritance issues that could undermine the original intentions of the benefactors. In this regard, the Sarawak Wakaf Foundation will act as a responsible entity to manage Wakaf assets, ensuring they are used for essential needs such as building schools, mosques, hospitals and other developmental projects. He further stressed that the concept of Wakaf is not only benefits Muslim but also serves as a general public in line with the Islamic principle of being a mercy to all of humanity. And that's the English edition with me, Saiful Bahri Muhammad. More news can be found in our official portal ukas.sarawak.gov.my and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. We conclude the bulletin with a glimpse of the Sarawak-Level Chinese New Year celebration held at the Borneo Convention Centre, Kuching, BCCK on Wednesday. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.